So we're back in the saddle again. I have to get some WD-40 for this chair. It's getting squeaky. Okay. Where was I? Oh, last time. Guess I gotta go talk to the Sweet Teeth. Let us see what is up. Okay. Don't know if anything's going on right now. I might just be doing kingdom management stuff for a minute. Alright, well, everybody just get blessed, I guess.
Without a doubt. Alright. Sorry, message is blowing up my inbox today. Okay, so what's going on here today? Ends in 16 days. Let's go look at projects. 14 days. What we're trying to do is end the... Oh man, I am broke as a joke in here. How have I got -1 BP? I am broke as a joke. Okay. That is unfortunate. When does this go on? Insufficient funds. That takes forever to resolve. 65 BP. We got non-advisors. Rank up. I'm just trying to go through and see if any of these things are gonna like turn over in the short term. 45, 45, 15, 60, 15, 14. Go back to that one. The one was 14. Stick him on that. Events. Stick her on this. Okay. Alright. So, this is the part where we quick save it. And then I say... 10 days. Let's start. Yeah, get in there. Get in there. Get in there, champ. Alright. Let's do it. Nice. Okay. Okay. Alright, so that's a quick load. Yeah. So let's go over to her. So without the crisis point, 55. She won't look that bad. Alright. Let's do it. No, that's wrong. Cancel. Do this. Stick her on there. I screwed that up. I'm gonna quick load it again. So she's absolutely got to have that. She's got to do this. She's only got a 50% chance though. This is gonna be rough. Alright. All these are short term. I'm not terribly concerned about that. Actually, no. So I gotta take him off. That ends in 2 days. All right. Skip day. Okay. What's this gotta say? And I managed to mess up my coffee. Need your advice. Some hunters and pit-tacks are wandering around the outskirts of Barony. If you ask me, I don't care. There's enough camp for everyone, but locals are outraged. What kind of Barony is it? Just anyone can cross the borders. We're not going to introduce border patrols because a couple of dogs got shot, right? We will immediately increase border control and must put an end to such incursions immediately. Sorry, Lindsay, but we're not gonna play that game. Okay. Where's the other one? So it's way over here, right? No. Jubilos is the only one who can. Oh, come on. Hold on. Alright, so let's just skip day. Deal with Lindsay. quick save it again. I don't be coming across the border and shooting our dogs. Okay, here we go. Come on, Jubilost. Jubilost, you are killing me here. You are killing me right now. What is it gonna take to get me to put you in a position where you can win? Rank up. Can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with her. She's locked up. Healing point weak. Can't do anything because we are broke as a joke. Other events. Oh man, the success chance is only 45%. Balls. All right, well, we're just gonna. I guess we're gonna be doing some save scumming. Yes. I brought a petitioner with me, Lamar Tinge, a famous expert on everything regarding alcohol and the beverages which feature it. Our patient guest wanted very much to speak with you in person, and I tell you this ahem project. Unknown person. A halfling before you looks young, but his sharp eyes framed with slight wrinkles gives away the petitioner's considerable age. Lamar nods politely, sweeping the floor with a beret and showing off an emerging bald spot. My respects, Baron. I beg your forgiveness how boldly I sought your meaning, but I could hardly trust anyone with the fate of my beloved new child, which appeared to me in a waking dream as I walked your lands. You see, I was traveling through on my way to Brevi when I surprised I discovered a most curious detail. It turns out that my spicy and bitter herbs, which I and my colleague used to work, grow wild in these lands. Wineberry, goatweed, gentian. Lamar bends his fingers, enumerating the plants, then waves his hand. These names probably tell you nothing, but to me, for the rich, this rich list is like a splendid palette, the foundation upon which a true masterpiece might be built. Your Grace, I once imagined settling in Brevoy, but your lands have truly inspired me, and now my greatest dream is to open a shop in this very capital with a bouquet you can so easily gather nearby. I can easily create a new beverage, true ambrosia for any halfling. Only one thing is holding me back, lack of financial resources. I hope that now, upon hearing my request, you and your respected treasurer will not refuse a humble artisan a little assistance, of course, in exchange for future percentage. Lamar bows once again. I shall eagerly await your decision. He's gonna make drinks. I mean, it's hard to argue that. Do you want to hear my opinion? This business will fail. Halfling alcohol is like fruit juice for the other races. It's nothing like your dwarvish stout. You want to take a risk and put your money on halfling drunkards? Well, you're barony in your business. But remember, if you give this trader the money he asked for, then tomorrow there will be 10 more at your gate just like him. Solve the dilemma yourself. You thought you might change my mind by inviting me to decide. I'm afraid you were mistaken. I shall refuse Lamar's request straight away. I don't have the BP, that makes it academic. Alright, and now we save it right there because that was a thing. We got coming up. Yes. Get him in there. It takes 60 days to resolve, so I don't care about that. Let's go the other way. 10 days, that's good. Can't do anything because Lindsay's still tied up. She's still tied up. She's still tied up. Tied up, and I don't have any BP for this stuff. Okay, when does this end? 25 days, so I'm not worried about that right now. Alright. So the events. So these are all done. Okay. Do I have the means whereby This is okay. So we're looking, it's looking a little better. Let's skip a day. Let's see what we got. Both tied up. Can't do anything about that. 28 days to resolve, so I'm gonna just leave it. Skip a day. Skip a day. Skip a day. Nothing happens, so I'm gonna quick save it. Skip a day. 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 Here we go. Triumph. Excellent. That's what I wanted to hear. There's something important I want to discuss with you. Meaning your eye stretching looks away is perspective. It is not easy to do it, but recently the barony has grown so much that I feel slipping my grasp. Please ease my burden by finding someone for the position of curator in arts and education. Tristan catches his breath and smiles brightly. It's a huge weight off my shoulders. I have other news as well, which I'm sure I will find agreeable. As you know, our neighbor Galt has been in chaos for years. Their ever-changing rules destroy that which goes against their fickle doctrines, against scientists and creators, but one of them is recently able to escape to your lands. He is the publisher of a newspaper whose headquarters in Galt were burnt down after the false accusation of slander. He wishes to move to the capital where he would enjoy protection. In exchange, he has offered to found a new printing house. He has escaped Galt with the plans for a printing machine with him and is ready to start the business here. With your permission and help, of course, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, not only to get your own newspaper, but to help to innocent man get back to sleep. What do you think? We have Frenzy's printer shop. Do we need another one? Frenzy publishes books, not newspapers. I doubt you'd be interested in this kind of endeavor, and I guess Galt specializes in it. Unfazed by the offer of silence, Boken researches for back profile, finally pulls out a sizable brown paper package. Here you go, a little something from old Boken. Shield of Dawn, potion of greater invisibility. My pleasure. I only hope that no one throws it away or leaves it to rot in some old chest. Oh well. Oh, and while I'm here, there's a book that I've always wanted to read, of transmutations and bodily poisons in 3 volumes. If you were to find it for me, I could produce something most remarkable for you. Something that might even Boken cuts himself short. Oh well, there's no use in empty words. But they say they're an ancient firm hidden in one of these books. Bring me the books, and I'll brew the potion for you. I know that the old beldame, the old witch who lives in the swamps, had one of the 3 volumes in her hut, gathering dust. She must still have it for sale, I imagine. As for the other 2 volumes, I have no idea. You might look in a magic shop or in suitcases and locked drawers of other alchemists if you happen to cross their possessions in your adventure. Boken grins, bows to you, and leaves the throne room with a shuffling walk. Yeah, I'm gonna need some Kijaz pretty soon. Projects. 14 days. 14 days, 14 days, 14 days. 14 days. 14 days. Okay, so I don't have the advisors. Ooh. Okay, storyteller just start better at that job. So that's ideal. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Here we go, peeps. Oop, what do we got? throne room. As a curator, I could help but notice the level of education you're bearing is abysmal. Many sisters don't know how to read, and they send their children out not to study, but to work from dawn to dusk. You must break this vicious circle. Make your obsession. So incredibly broke. That's not an issue. Can't do that. All right. So for I'm just gonna do this right now. Let's tear it up. That's sorted. Success, great. Success, great. Okay, hold on. Alright, so we're gonna have to load this up again. I have to purchase. So get that going. So we're basically just kind of hold on the skin of our teeth. There we go, that's what we needed. So do this. Okay, that's good. Okay. Cool. Throne. New crews coming. Your grace, we must start with the barracks to be built. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to find some money somewhere. So I can buy more BP. Oh, it's call lightning. Okay, never mind. Cool. Burning hands? Can't Octavia. Who's that? Cancel. No deal. So the question becomes, what can these people use? Okay. I'm just going through to find anything she can scribe. So as soon as she's got that. The spell book. This is haste. Fireball. Okay, so what's this? Let's describe that. Okay, looks like the rest of these are not gonna happen. Alright. That means I can just straight up move. Because straight up these things are just never gonna get used. Probably regret this later, but right now I need the money more than I need. Anyways. Taps. Fireball. That's handy. These are fireball ones. Good hope that's also handy. Magic missile. Prayer. Piercing scream. What's this worse?
Ah,
Buy some build points here because they're having massive negative build points is apparently bad. I probably should have done it, just simply ignored it. But this is why we watch, right? Okay. Cool story, bruh. There we go. Now we have positive monies. So, what's going on? Anything? So for now, I have solved these immediate problems. Let's see what we can do. Projects. Just looking for anything that's going to turn over in like a short period of time. 60 days, 15, 14, 14. I don't even have an advisor for this. Advisors. Okay. Projects. Yeah, just let's see what we got. So, what was that? So that's solved. Okay, what do we get? Would need your advice. Go to the throne. It's a disaster over the Stag Lord may have gone, but there's still much trouble in your land, robbing and killing in the roads. Yeah. Laying the foundation. Today's resolve. Okay. Let's see what we can do over here. Actually, change my mind. Let's see what we can do in the city, because we want to upgrade to a city as soon as possible. Okay, so that's a printing house. Windmill. appears. I think I've got BP, right? Yeah. Trying to see what things I've got. I got a bulletin board. Constructed already. Onion? Alright, school's free, so I'll do that. I have a watchtower. Apparently do not have a watchtower. Okay, I can't do that. I don't think I can upgrade that until I'm a city. Let's see if there's anything I put in here that it will start generating more BP. Stuck here. Barracks. Need economy though. This ought to be exactly enough. What does that say? +1 to relations. Lumberyard here. Put the shop here. See how many BP I got. All right. okay. But I don't know when I was... First day of the week. Well, how do I know what day of the week it is? There we go. I remember doing this a whole lot easier the first time.
Without a doubt.
Okay, so apparently there's nothing here we can make. In that event, then we'll just go and see if the old building has something we can use. Get her out of here. And maybe replace them with... Nope. I just would really like it if there was a way to... This drives me crazy. Like, just trying to get there on the proper day. Like, it's very difficult, at least in my opinion. Like, there's probably some great way to just pass the time until we get there, but like, holy crap. This is annoying. Swamp Witch's Hut. Trouble clearing. Is this the guy? Yeah, it is. Oh, so much for that.
May we have a moment of respite?
Manage hunting. We want here. And then we want human camp camouflage. We want her to do. Is there anything she can do? Get rid of everything.
Valerie, why are you so mean? There's got to be something in this world that you like.
I like it when you stay silent. If there's anything beautiful in this world, it's silence.
Let's head in. Small glade showed signs of brutal troll feast. It was littered with gnawed bones. The ground was filled with marks from huge feet. The trees held gouges from sharp claws, and the branches had been adorned with the skulls of humans and animals, both old and new. Unfortunately, the trolls' tracks vanished outside the glade, but we could tell that the trolls use this place often. Of course, we've already found the trolls' lair, but this spot gives a chance to catch a few more of the beasts by surprise. Ekans usually expressionless faced into a disgusted grimace. He could see the pain he felt as he looked on the remains of the troll's victims. Finally looking away, he said, "They'll come back. We need an ambush." And prepared an ambush, we waited. Trolls were really taking their time. The sun rose higher and higher, but we heard nothing from the woods of a bird song and the buzzing of insects. Ekin froze, keeping his bow as ready as he gazed into the woods. His eyes focused every now and again on the remains hanging from the trees. His expression was one of strong determination. He could wait for the trolls, and we would kill them all. The fruitless waiting began to tire us out. We continued waiting. The sunset in the glade was still empty. Darkness spread across the crops of the trolls' feast, and the grass began to fill with the dim lights of fireflies. I could flex his muscles, tired of the long, motionless wait. I could be wrong. We may be waiting in vain. We continued waiting. "Thank you," the ranger said with a nod. "That was cowardly of me. Torag teaches not to give up. We will wait, and we will get what we waited for. Ambushes take time." The continued waiting in the hope the trolls would show themselves eventually. It was late at night. We listened for the sound of the forest, waiting to hear a roar of a troll at any moment. Said we heard the hooting of owls. Our muscles grew down and our eyelids grew heavy. We continued waiting. With little hope remaining, we decided to give the trolls one more chance to show up. The sky began to lighten. The hooting owls gave way to twittering morning birds, and we rubbed our eyes as we looked around the glade. And yet again, a loud cracking sound came from the bushes. Alert now, we raised for our weapons and said to us what we saw time from was a huge deer. There was much of the air, and the animal fell to the ground, seeing the ambush had been a complete waste after all. 6 rations. Alright then. Now we're gonna get the swamp witch's hut.
Our path leads on.
Oxygen. Oops. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. My bad. There's this one. Let's just have. Watch the things. For some reason, the scarecrow counts as a thing. Let's see. How much money do I have? Oh, wow, I've got none gold. I have these, I guess. Deal.
Without a doubt.
I think I've got like 2 of those books now. First off, I'm gonna need to get this sorted. Next. 1, 3, 3. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm missing 2. Seems I've got them all organized. If I had it, it would be here. It's unfortunate that I had another one. Now I'm just gonna be selling this stuff just to make money. I just gotta go and see if any of these. Oh, I can take that.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
We should gather our strength.
Oh, Ekin! I still remember that elk you downed for us. I love it when you hunt. You always bring back something delicious.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so I gotta get all these resources claimed.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Your wolf is quite obedient. How did you manage to train him so well?
I didn't. It's intelligence, not obedience.
Can't recall if this is the one that I. That's excuse me, I think that's outside my territory. I have crossed most of these. I think that could have been part of the problem too, so I haven't been claiming all these little things. It should have been like an A1 priority. Let's see. So why did he not just go down there and route? Probably because going to the forest is
Resting
slower,
would be
maybe?
nice, don't you think?
Okay. See if there's any others around here that I did not climb. So that's outside my territory. Claim these. Excuse me. Looks good. Alright.
We should gather our strength.
I need to think of a title for myself. Knock knock all terrifying or knock knock all conquering? Knock knock fearsome foolery? Needs more think thoughts.
It's annoying. Got 28 BP. So. Okay, now there's another one of these things. Okay, I have to advance the main plot season in Bloom. Okay. But I don't know what to do with that. Man wearing fancy clothes with delicate features and a perfect posture gives you a precisely measured bow. Your grace, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Erdrist Hanvaki. I beg you to give me one of your precious time. What about your pleasure? That's all courtesy. Continue the true noble, unlike the imposter from River Kingdoms. Let me straight away to my point for the utmost importance. Tragedy has been brought me here that I've been living over family for a while, or perhaps one day to come back. You see, your grace, 2 months ago, my elder brother, Toman Hanvaki, went missing after living in Gralton, where our family resides. He headed northwest. His destination we found out later was a village called Varnhold, but we never arrived there. Your capital is the last place he was seen alive. We don't know where your brother is or if he's still alive. Our poor father's still losing his head in grief. Please tell us to learn something about what we fit him, my brother, and we eternally loyal ally. Tell me about your brother. And our family, no matter how venerable, has always carried a spirit of adventurousness, if you will, in our blood, and a thirst for risk and exploit. Each generation has had its own daredevil who left all they owned and went chasing after some ghostly treasures, completely ignoring the tears of his loved ones. I'm afraid the family curses befall my brother now. If I only knew what happened, exactly what he was looking for or where he was going. Sadly, I've managed to learn the name of some village out in the middle of nowhere, Varnhold, along with the fact that the brother never arrived there. Tell me about your family. The Hanvakis are an ancient family with a long history, hailing back to the days before Gralton's founding. Unfortunately, our wealth has been depleted as to a series of reckless ventures, like one of my brothers partaking in right now. Family archives, some heirlooms, in our honor, these are all the treasures our once influential house has come to possess. I'll see what I can do for you. Like, how do I... legitimately, like they want me to meet at, because we go down here, we go to Season of Bloom. Witch hunt. First day of a week. Okay. Fair enough. This is ridiculous. Okay, hold on. Where am I? Shrine of Lamashtu.
I'm sorry that I cannot relieve your pain, Ekin.
Don't blame yourself. It is my burden.
Now is it the right time? This is not helping me at all. That's where I would like to go. Get him rested. Alright, hold on. We're gonna have to do this first time there. Day of the week. Go. So it's Eridus. Okay, hold on. Throw the mouse over the hourglass. What? Hourglass? Supposedly there's an hourglass, which helps me not at all when I'm let's try this. Let's see if this works.
I like your stories, and it doesn't matter how much truth there is in them. They bring peace and give us hope, something so many of us lack.
There! At least someone understands the true benefit of storytelling. Everyone keeps saying it's genre work or escapist. Thank you. Your words are like an elixir to my soul.
Dear God, please let this be Moon Day. Thank the Lord. Okay, let's see if this works. Come to me, Lamashu's children. Something blade kept like anyway. Express back to the new cub, a new female cub marked by the goddess sacred touch. It's at last. Praise the sacred divine. I've seen the cub, she and Lamashu's mark on her body. The goddess took the cub mother's life as a payment, A worthless female, she was only able to bear a single child. Goddess grants her whatever. Oh, goddess, we need no weaklings. Tell us of your bidding. Praise the mother monster as a life giver. Attach yourselves to the water for the mash to open up your veins and embellish your bodies with scars. Put my hands up. I'll speak my glory to the mother monster. Glory to the monster.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Okay, we're gonna... Oh, she's late. She can't wait now. See if the dog can come with a knockdown. That's what I like to see.
Knock-knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
That's what she can do.
I grant you death.
She can.
Repent!
We shall overcome.
Be easier if you not fight back.
Let us strike as one.
Dinky.
Justice.
Cannot hide from me.
Okay. Anything good? What's that note? Alright, now I gotta organize this whole mess. Info. Crushing bone, hear me. Each word I speak shall turn to stone. The words shall shudder at my word. Open your eyes and see the world becomes beautiful. Burnt forest stretching to the horizon, mountains of bodies back in the sky, skull splitting the coast like gravel. I, the one who renders the flesh of our enemies, take in this beauty. All living beings tremble at my sight. Bow to me, search the children of Shelyn. Tear them apart, destroy them. No, transform them. Grant them the gift of rebirth. Let them become beautiful, befitting the beauty I shall bring to this world. Great Lamashtu, the eater of hearts, reveal your truth to us. We hear you call. All of you shall live in a better world. Curse Pazuzu, the flying worm. He shall fall in this war. Soon, myriads of warriors under my command. The mountains themselves shall crumble at our feet. Burn all, make the world beautiful. The ground thirsts for blood, thirsty for beauty. Give birth to the beasts. I shall.
Forwards.
Wow. There's no way to talk to your Baron. There's nothing here. Let's leave. Triumph over the wicked Lamashtu cultists proved incomplete. Some villain or villainess had slipped away of the cover of darkness into a narrow gorge amongst the rocks. Without a second thought, the brave, loyal Keston and his comrades and I rushed after the fleeing figure. The figure clad in black was barely visible in the dark. The villain had gotten far ahead of us. At the last moment, the Baron noticed the prey and turned aside and disappeared behind the rocks. Let's succeeded in a reflex check. Of course, but then the unpleasant surprise was waiting for us. The cultists hadn't fled at all. They were lying in wait right behind the bridge. I had enough time to spot the raised hands and hear the incantations of a threatening spell before darkness engulfed us. Feeling yourself in the outer darkness, both the sense of direction and sight of your friends is lost. It does nothing to one's mind, especially when the darkness is almost living, breathing, hungry. When it tries to swallow you, to worm its way into your eyes, to blind you forever. At least that's how your true servant felt, though to all accounts she was perhaps the only one among the band who did not surrender to panic, maintaining her steel-eyed composure. At a desperate moment, time runs us. What did the heroes do? Next. Having decided to plunge through the darkness, Lindsay had forgotten an important thing. Besides her companion, she was surroundings to worry about as well, and we heard the crack of what might have been Lindsay's skull hitting rock and a dull thud as her body slumped to the ground. Closing her eyes, Lindsay caught the sound of running feet in the distance, becoming fainter and fainter, but even that sound was enough. Once we heard there was a cultist afloat with a sound like a compass to guide us there, and soon the darkness easily. But before the villain disappeared, Lindsay noticed an important detail. The runaway was limping in their right leg. When the others were free of the darkness, the cultist was long gone. Where was she gone amongst these rocks? As our brave heroes searched the edge of the plateau, the vastness of the Caneland opened before them. An ocean of high grass as far as the eye could see. A beautiful sight, but finding our quarry in the sea of green, it would prove impossible. With our heads down and our hopes lost, we descended to where a small streamlet flowed through the stones. And then before us, a good fortune. In this haste, our villain had run through the high grass, leaving a trail for all to see. The party immediately set off, driven by a single desire to capture the criminal who dared the punishment of the Baron and had come to us in this unwelcome chase. As we moved swiftly as we could, but when the ground seemed to fight as the rock gave way to mud which grew deeper as we marched on and seemed to grab at our boots, even when the wind began to rise, lashing at our cloaks, and the foul scent filled the air. Sure signs we were heading toward the gnarl marshes. Soaking wet and exhausted, our heroes came upon a cabin on the edge of a swamp. According to Keston, it was a hunter's lodge owned by Domra, a hunter who lived there alone and was known for her great temper and little patience. As it looked if it might be a place where the cultists would seek shelter, it was unlikely the runaway would have braved the depths of the gnarl marshes in the middle of the night, so the Baron pushed open the door and stepped inside, letting a touch of the cool night air in. Alright. That's what I thought. I remember this. Okay. The lodge is lit with only a few candles on the tables at the corner. Shadows lie thick around the room. A number of people are here. A well-dressed couple at one of the tables. A girl in simple dress dozes near the opposite wall. On the counter is an untidy dwarf. She's wiping mugs and glaring at you. From the half-opened kitchen door, you hear the clanging of pots upon a metal, presumably a stove. As looks around the heavy gaze, things have gone from bad to worse. We must find the cultists before they flee, and we have no idea what it looks like. The people in the lodge look surprised and concerned. Each seem to recognize you and ask themselves, what the rules of land doing here in such a late hour, flanked by armed guards. Keston's hands falls with weapon. Your grace, I'm ready to make an arrest. If you wish to investigate further before making a decision, I'll make sure no one leaves the lodge until you give the order. I'd like to look around and speak with these people. Maybe I'll find something. As you command, your grace, no one will leave this house to make sure of that. Keston looks around again. My advice, take their room keys, their personal belongings, speak their owner's intent, often more than their masters would like. Is this where I go upstairs?
Without a doubt.
I think I've already robbed all these rooms, but we'll see.
Applause, please.
The bags contain Tedrum's clothes and personal belongings. The sheets were crumpled. The blanket is thrown aside. It seems someone was sleeping in this bed not long ago.
Anything else?
There are no hunting bows, nor any other sign of Tedrum's having any hunting on their mind.
Applause, please.
Pile of dirty clothes covers some snares. Okay. Seats in this bed look dirty. The old backer are sewed together with a number of patches. Receipt, shopping list, and piles covered numerous tables. So it's not in there.
Applause, please.
This contains modest clothing, some unpacked leftover food, a purse with herbs, and some personal belongings. The table holds a pile of letters crossed with a ribbon. These are letters from Alexa's deceased husband. It seems they corresponded often.
Anything else?
Oh, thank God, I needed money. I'm poor as a joke.
Applause,
Because
please.
of bloodstained cloth. I'll take it. Need the money. Oh, rest in the bed. Nice. Alright, so it seems that Tedrum is not so rad. Greetings, Bear, and the man's voice is low to rumble. Let me introduce myself. Cabron Tedrum from Rest Stop, not to one beside him. This is my wife, Una Tedrum. We've come to your lands to hunt, yet I admit we did not expect to meet you in person, so what do we owe this pleasure? I've been to your room, I found no hunting weapons there. Well, you see, his lips now trembling slightly. He's matching her husband closely, touches her lips slightly. I beg your pardon, Bear, and she needs to murmurs something in his ear. You barely hear Una's hiss. Get a hold of yourself, you fool, you'll ruin everything. It's worth to desire to fat covers sunless treatments. You'll be told it's a rather embarrassing matter. Crabs on there's a little chuckle. I proved a much worse hunter than I thought. Just imagine, managed to snap not one, not two, but 3 bowstrings in a day. I created broke my bow across my knee. It seems to even speak of it. You've recognized me once. Do I know you? I doubt it, but he news about developments within the stolen entity and you rolled them as travel power poly is well known name within our borders. Odd place to rest for the night. Why, Baron? We adore this charming dwelling. He glances around the dim hall. Her smile remains, but you notice her eyebrow at her surroundings as if in judgment. Tell me about yourself, please. I'm a legalist Baron. My job is to ensure Restov laws are upheld. My wife is keeper of the hearth and my loyal companion in prolonged journeys. And nods without a word, her gaze fixed on you. Legalist, so you're a judge. Not exactly. I work on a legal defendant in cases where suspects must be proven. And I admit I have moderate success in the field. It seems to elaborate stuff, but known to Bob the tedious tales from the courts. Of course, Cabron Tedrum, I've heard about you from your famous legal cases. She uses put a knife to his throat. Is that so? He tries to smile, but his eyes are fearful. I doubt, Baron, that anything is heard concerning me. My family name is a common one. I've heard many relatives. I know not a quarter of them. He clears his throat. Well, with a difficult job like yours, it's impossible to get by without some divine support. To who do you address your prayers? Why, Abadar, of course, the divine patron of law and lawyers. Criminal looks at you intently. Surely you're aware of Abadar, are you not? You must be. No matter, no matter. Let's go back to other questions. Well, from Breville, are you not? You see, I've heard the wildlife here is excellent sport, so I decided to see for myself, and the truth from rumor, you understand. Fortunately, my fair wife is in favor of a trip, so here we are. You prefer snares or a bow? A bow. What kind of prey do you hunt? He swallows cougars. He swallows again as if fighting to take a breath. Magnificent predators, worthy prey for a worthy hunter. Crime is taking place nearby. One responsible may be hiding in this house. Have you seen anything suspicious? Chasms exchange glances. I'm afraid, Your Grace, we won't be able to help you. Do you recall who came to the lodge in the last hour or so? On second thought, this young woman, he didn't notice exactly when she entered the room. She turns to his wife. My dear, perhaps he recalls what his name our hostess was addressing her. Oh, look, a sweetheart. I cannot recall if I saw her at the start of the evening. Do you know the hostess of this lodge? No, I don't. And I must say she doesn't look forward to meeting new people either. Have you seen anyone suspicious? We are not accustomed to such company, Baron. Besides, from the Rostov legalist point of view, every person in the room is suspicious. Let's go back to questions. I'll come back to you later. The woman stands by you wearing a plain dress and a hooded cloak. Her belly is swollen, she's pregnant, and her time is near. I've heard of people calling you Baron, Your Grace. I'd be honored to be with you. What are you doing here? I'm taking what rest I can after a long day on the road, Your Grace. I'm a widow. Lolica stopped short. I've barely had 2 seasons to mourn my husband, and he left me with child in difficult times like these. I got a sister in Broughton. God's bless her. She's agreed to give me shelter in her house. I went there. There was nowhere else to go. Where are you from? From Galt, Your Grace. I'm from a tiny village near the tract. Guess no one here ever heard about this place. You recall the location of Galt and Gralton, as if you noticed one lands late, aside from the places Alika had named. Gralton, I don't know. But these things turn out well, why not? It's a long journey for you. She's a little coin, your grace. I have to beg traders in the road to hide in their cards. I spend nights anywhere I have to. This place is least warm and dry. Let's talk about something else. You see this couple at the table? They're nobles from Restad. They claim they're the last one who came to the hall. Well, that's not true. It's not. Doomgar, the hostess, she was the last one. I remember her coming through in the kitchen. Alka, there are blood-stained undergarments in your room. Where is that from? I'll explain. Rolls her head and rests her hand on her belly. I'm expecting, but because of the journey, all the worries, something must have gone on. It hurts, and I bleed. Alka starts sobbing. I tried to find out what was wrong, to heal myself, to appease the gods. The priest of Rasma told me he couldn't help the gods, rejected my child, and said it would be born dead. But I just can't accept it. I can't give up. This child, my husband shot, it's all I have left of him. Hides her face behind the hand, starts to weep. You realize there's nothing more for her at the moment. I'm looking for someone. Can you help me? Duma looks at you slowly. She's not too happy to talk to you, but she doesn't dare refuse it openly. What would you say your guests are? Why should I? I'm not their ward. They come, they pay for bed, they keep quiet. Why do I care who they are? Crimes happen to Duma. I need your help to find the culprit. So what did this culprit do wrong? His thick corners are most curved down, shot a deer in someone's hand. Now the criminal has to run away. If she uses an animal herself, whatever it is, leave me out of it. The cult of some Mashtu is hiding in the lodge. I have to find it. Such a few, but then utters a hoarse chuckle. One of the Mashtu's own. That's quite a story you've spun, your grace. Next to tell me that I'm holding Rovagug down in the cellar. And what's your proof that I hide cultists? There are footprints leading to your lodge. So what folk come to this lodge every day, both in the flatlands and the swamp. The lodge is the only house in the neighborhood. And she lives her is a bad thing that provides shelter for those who are lost. Several hours walk from your lodge is a shrine of the Mashtu. Barren enough. Here in the Store's Land, you can't swing a dead can without hitting some goblin's nest, a cursed ruins, or a shrine of something foul. I'm not going to argue with you. Do you let everyone into your house? What are you hinting at? Your guest room, do you allow anyone who asks to spend a night here? Of course, everyone. What else am I expected to do? Pick who gets a warm spot near the fireplace and who gets left out in the rain. I let you in and your thugs, though you put terror into my other guests. Do you remember who came to your lodge last? I went to check my traps. Some people arrived and I was away, so I could tell you, your grace. Let's get to other questions. How many people are there in the lodge now except for you? Watch yourself. There are 3 of them, all sitting over there. In the kitchen, I'm guessing she's servant of the 2 noble folk. They look to be carrying all the coin. People say you came to the hall last. Right, she says slowly as if keeping her temper. I went to the kitchen with this clumsy gal, was knocked over some of my pots. What of it? I have to examine your room. I have to go. All right.
I will guide us.
Table is piled with dirty dishes and covered with leftover food. Kitchen stove. Something is burning inside the stove. Was thrown into the fire not long ago. Right. So let's just quick save it here. Tasana, the kitchen servant, is busy grinding herbs with a mortar. She's wearing a dress soiled with dark stains, and her hair is not in a bun with a few stray hairs poking free. The woman doesn't appear to notice you as she makes her way to the stove. She's limping badly on her right leg. Before you can speak, she turns to you and freezes. Who are you? My name's Sana, cook for the Tedrums, nobles of Rostov. What will it be? What can you tell me about your masters? No quicker road to trouble. Talking about masters, that is. She glances at your clothes and sighs. How would you like if your servants were all a gossip about you? They pay regular, not stingy with their coin. They don't yell much, so I count myself fortunate, I do. Why are they here, do you think? None of my business. Might be that they have things to do, but I wouldn't know. I mend, I cook, and I serve where needed. Alright, that's enough about the Tedrums. I need a key to your room. Room? I don't have a room except here in the kitchen. Bed's a bench. Still warm enough, though. What are you cooking, Tasana? Oh, that's there for tomorrow. She hesitates. Tomorrow's midday meal, that is. Peeking the stew pot. Pan. Some brew boils inside. Looks strange and smells odd. You lean over in the stew. And immediately she actually smells vinegar. Pictures the face. Besides, you can smell some strange spice which would be appropriate in dessert, but not first course for dinner. Alright, I won't trouble you any longer. Looking for a criminal who may have fled this way. Have you seen anyone suspicious? What can be seen here, you say? Ask Doomer. She runs the house, she does. Has anyone come to the kitchen recently? Only Doomer came. No doubt checking to the bottom to see I'm not palming the silver. If there's anything worth stealing here, so there's not. The hostess doesn't mind you cooking in her kitchen, as if she came here often herself. Filth piled in the corners, the floor ankle deep in dirt. Had to work my fingers to the bones to clean the kitchen before I could start the proper meal in this. She curls her lips. This cowshed. I have to go. There's someone who seems especially suspicious to me. It's his son of the Tedron's maid. You think so? He looks at him with the nods. You wish my baron? I'll bring her. The servant, okay, so it's son, you know I brought you. The kitchen servant casts a look at Kessa than you. I wouldn't. How do you adjust, my lord? She gives a half smile and now. How can I know what you're thinking? I Kessa shakes his head. Enough, we know who you are. Lamashtu won't help you. Son is silent moment and straightens like a serpent, her eyes cool with contempt. Is that so? Her accent has vanished, and the demeanor of peasant she'd held a cloak. Then you'll know live my faith indeed. The Great Mother is with me. Prepare yourself for her.
Best kind of fight. Come here, Bax. Knock, knock, stab you.
Attack! Strike as one.
Nowhere to run.
Alright. Stop. I surrender. The hem of his curtain starts to wipe away blood from her legs. Her right leg is covered with sores, oozing pus and yellow ichor. You and your minions unleashed a plague across my lands because you monsters overrun the barony and your honest people live in fear in their homes. Tell me who you are, quick now. A priestess of the cult of the Mashtu, the Great Mother, the Aunt's Justice's monsters. The priestess struggles to raise her chin, her voice a hiss. I'm not from these lands. I came because of the pleas of your people who seek the mercy of my goddess. I came to these lands in secret and hid my identity from everyone except for those initiated in the mysteries of the Great Mother. Even the hostess of the lodge had no idea who I was. And those looking for divine benefaction found me on their own, and there are more than the followers of Erastil would believe. You and your minions. The priestess of Master shakes her head and tries to close her wounds, moaning, "That's nonsense. I've heard the stories about what's happening in your barony, tiefling, but I have nothing to do with this. The Great Mother rules the monsters of the world, but if you had truly earned her wrath, your lands would be drowning in blood. No barony must look elsewhere to place blame. Lamashtu and her followers have nothing to do with your troubles." All these people in the lodge, are they here because of you? They were searching for blessing of Lamashtu. Other gods have denied them, and they had to ask the Mother of Monsters for her benefaction. A couple from Rostov. Did they come to meet you? Yes, several years ago my lawyer defended a necromancer in court in his native city and he won the trial. Since then, all Tedron's attempts to conceive a child were doomed to fail. Erasmus didn't want to prolong the bloodline of a man who protected those who raised the dead. Una has more brains than her spineless mate, so she sought the support of Lamashtu. The child, of course, will bear the mark of the goddess, but Tedrons don't have much choice. For Erasmus' memory is long. What's the story of the merchant's widow? Alika. She's a poor girl clinging to the unborn life in her womb. The seed of her husband was too weak. Alika's child is doomed to perish before coming into the world. Is the hostess involved in all this? This thoughtless thing? No, she was not smart enough to see what was transpiring under her nose. I won't offend the name of Lamashtu by calling the hostess one of her tribe. Enough. Alright, let's scroll down and see what we got here. Enough. Tell me about the cult. Tell me about the cult of Lamashtu. We are numerous and we are strong. The cult of Lamashtu followers grow every day, breeds and spreads over the lands of Galarian in search for places to create new packs. What kind of rituals were performing at the shrine? We pray to Lamashtu. After her offspring was in the pack, we mated like wild animals, free of stupid prejudices. We'll spare you the details, tiefling. Those like you are unable to accept the greatness of the ancient faith. I won't discuss my lesson. There's narrow-minded creatures living in stupid human laws. What is the rest of the Lamashtu cultists hiding? You cannot make me betray my children to the Great Mother. Torture me if you like. Lamash too will grant me strength to endure any pain you inflict upon me. Have you allied with goblins or other creatures in the area? No, we have the same mistress, but our paths to faith are different. Enough about that. Kessin, for your grace. Please be merciful to these people. Imagine how great their despair must be in the return for monsters from Mosh 2 for help. Though the thought disgusts me, the priest did try to help them in whatever way she could. Valley floats her arms across and looks at the priest's guilt as obvious to me, the others not so much. I don't have an option for them. You can get her to be an advisor, which is handy, but these people are, because we did that would piss off Valerie, so just go with this. Didn't think this one had ever seen someone as kind of noble as you. Harsh but fair, befitting a true ruler. Your Grace, wait. Let me ask you. No, let me beg you. Allow the priest to perform one last word. Let her save my child. I have no other hope except Tasana. Priest will perform her ritual for you, then Keston will follow my orders. Servant of Lamashtu, are you ready to help this woman? You think that whatever you like, but I have a duty to my pack. I'll help Alika, and the child will be born as a symbol of Lamashtu's grace. Keston throws a tired look over the shoulder and rubs his chin. That's all. He looks around the lodge. We'll deal with these people as you've ordered. I suppose it'll be a relief to Doomer to get rid of such troubling guests. Thank you, Your Grace, for the help with your wisdom. I pity we couldn't discover the true reason behind this light, but at least we have less mystery on our hands. Have a safe journey, my Baron. What's going on with this? Okay, so it looks like all this is good. Where's attend the council? Ask for sweet teeth. All right. So I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. It's probably a suboptimal solution, but I didn't kill her outright, so it's probably avoid this fight if we can. Apparently we could not. This is a Venom Hydra. What is this? Just a Hydra. Oh. That's not good.
A troop.
All right. That was fast and painless. Let's get back out of here. these little guys. I thought I had already claimed these. Seems on a different save.
A rest would be welcome.
Okay. We don't have any. I don't have the BP for it. That's the problem. Okay. Bollocks this up. Thought I'd set the throne room and I probably clicked on the main square. Throne room was full of people. You're standing around the throne, waiting in silence as you approach. The atmosphere is tense. Today you'll be discussing the strange and deadly blight that's recently struck your barony. The silence is only penetrated by a loud chewing. Knock has grabbed a whole fried chicken from the table and is busily devouring, ignoring everyone else completely. Dog pulls his hand as a jest. Well, now that we're all here, let's sum up what we know. We spend a lot of time and effort to learn what we can about the monsters that come out and what's causing the strange disease. Hope this conversation can help shed some light on the subject. Doesn't shake his head slowly. We need to hurry. If we don't find the source of this blight and eliminate it, we may end up with a rebellion on our hands. Let's summarize what we find up to this point. Joe, the surgery showed that the magic seeds caused the disease, correct? Right. Judging from the location of the patient's body, these seeds were ingested. It seems like they're initially extremely small, almost invisible, and people simply swallow them with their food. Once the seed is in the stomach, it begins to grow and cause the symptoms we've seen in our patients. As soon as the seed gains enough strength, it sprouts and turns into a magical portal, just like a bud turning into a flower. Rest will forgive me. Joe stares at this at moment. Something must have possessed me to say that. It really does look like blooming. Each seed tears the body of its victim just as a flower tears its bud. Casting, we discovered that the Lamashtu cultists weren't involved with the monster infestation. He doesn't mean that they're innocent of the crimes, but the monster infestation at least is not their work. Hitting the Lamashtu draws Knock's attention. Mother is not to blame here, I told you, but who listens to me? Goblins obviously like having all these monsters around. To them, it's just a sign of the Lamashtu's benevolence. Can you tell me where these monsters come from, Tristan? The ones that appear because of this bloom. Tristan raises his eyes from papers on the table. Undoubtedly some world alien to our own. All the monsters appear from the bloom are exceptionally large and strong. It would be rare to encounter such specimens in the stolen lands or even on most of Galarian, but it's impossible to say what it is that lies on the other side of the portals that's intent on killing your people. God, so I'm having these monsters around. I'd say they're just excited about anything new that happens. I wouldn't be surprised if they are linked to the story somehow, but I doubt these seeds were created by goblin shamans. Besides, a plan like this seems a little beyond the local goblin chief's intelligence. You know what I think? I think Goblin King is rotten lice scratcher. Shaman plays him like a reed pipe, babbles about Lamashtu, then plots behind his back. That's all I need to know about the results of the research. Jawed exchanges. Glance at Tristan and continues to dig through his papers. So the bloom's essential properties are strange seeds getting into people's bodies which cause their disease and eventually creates magic portals. Now we need to discover where the seeds are coming from. Can we keep the people calm, persuade them to wait a bit longer? Grace, it's hard to expect lawyers from people in times like this. They're looking for something or someone to blame, and I don't want to say it, but people think you're cursed, your race, and I would be your own best interest to quickly discover the cause of the disaster and keeps claiming the lives of your subjects. So, the bloom's essential properties are strange seeds, yada yada, okay. Are you still with the militia? Your Grace, I understand these people very well. They're tired of waiting and hoping, but for now I can guide their eagerness for action in a positive direction. I'm glad you help avoid hasty decisions that would cause more trouble. How did you come about these rumors of a curse? Each day, I see dozens of infected. Your Grace, many people have lost their beloved ones or fear they soon will, and they all want to know what's going on, who deserves the blame, whose sins brought this blight upon them. But trust me, every day the number of people willing to pin the blame on you grows. They say you and your barony are cursed. Of course, I don't believe a word that this isn't a curse, but some disease which has somehow manifested itself in your barony. Trust me, I won't leave you until I find some source for the disease, regardless of what these poor people may say in their delirium. Now we need to discover where the seeds are coming from. If I may, I've noticed an interesting detail, well, two details to be precise. First, the seeds afflict mostly the villagers. There have been no recorded cases of disease within the city limits except for those who came here looking for the cure. That's right, thus we can assume a common factor in how people are exposed to the seeds. Many villagers get their food from the same territory. Jason shakes his head. I don't think food is the problem. Take a look. He looks at the map. We have most of the cases of disease here, here, and over here. Monsters mostly attack here and here. Excuse me. The cleric's finger travels down the map, tapping its finger into the fluid line. You see, the situation is most dire along the banks of the Gudrun River. Everyone examines the map closely. Aristotle have mercifully. Exactly. Along that river, there must be some where the seeds are coming from the drinking water. We have to go upstream and find the source of the river. Casting the militia often finds monsters in the river, right? We used to think monsters were just coming to the river to drink. He rubs his forehead, but the cleric says it's right. There are dozens of villagers along the riverbank, hundreds of people. How many are likely already infected? Are you suggesting we wait for them all to come to this bloom baron? Let's pray we can deal with the situation before that happens. We have to go upstream and find the source of this blight. Take me, these sharp, crooked teeth. I want to settle the score with the king. If you allow me, Baron, I would like to take the lead on this. I'll take the best members of the militia with me and sweep the woods along the river. We'll look under each and every rock if needed. After everything they've been through, these people deserve a chance to discover the source of their misfortunes. No, Keston, we have to deal with this carefully and rationally. Go to your people and await my arrival. Time is precisely what we lack. Please don't delay too long. I'll go to my men immediately. I hope to choose to join us soon. Keston gives a short bow to around the leads. Tristan, how did you find a link between the disease and the river? You see, Baron, these seeds are not only a sign of something abnormal at work. Remember the ruins when we first met? The glade near those ruins full of huge flowers? Glades such as these tend to appear all over the stolen land. Seems strange, does it not? Especially if we take into account the magic seeds and the portals they create look like flowers themselves. Jode even called the disaster the bloom. I'd like to research the national phenomenon and perhaps Tristan stops talking as loud. Hasty steps are heard from the main entrance. From a disappearing guy. Excuse me. We have trouble. The peasants are rioting. This is the only situation this would come up with. Don't worry, Baron. As long as they're not setting the fire to the streets, we have a chance to become a peaceful resolution. If you allow me, I'll go speak with them and do my best to calm the crowd. If the peace doesn't prevail, your guards and I will stand with you. Let's go. I can hear their shouting even from here. Let's go up the Gudrun River to find Keston. Stone strikes cobble with your feet. Now there he is at last. Damn his eyes. Please hear me out before you lynch me. You know you're tired and disgruntled. I am too. Day after day, my companions seek a solution to your misfortunes. We've saved so many from that fatal disease, and if the gods have mercy, we can save even more. So please let us do what we can. Return to your homes, to your loved ones. They need you, and I need your patience and good faith. The crowd before you sways and mumbles. People look at one another, talk in a hushed tone, shake their heads and frown. It seems rebels who were screaming and jeering a minute ago lost all their confidence. Finally, one of the peasants opened his mouth. The Baron is right. You really believe this? It's pure nonsense. You don't get it? We could run the Baron through, but it wouldn't change a thing if he's more used to us alive than dead. So be it, Baron. I'll let you pass, but don't forget we're trusting you with our lives. Find the source, save the children from this terrible sickness.
leads on.
Okay. Dark academic. Let's put somebody on that. Guess that. Okay. Friends. 200 BP. I do not have 200 BP. Dress the barony. Good enough. All right. So I can do not much of anything right now.
A rest.
So let's see if I can't get up the river and figure out where it is I need to get going. Actually, what I need to do is go out and sell some junk.
Without a doubt.
This, 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 this. So what was that? I said, no, I need to keep this. Okay, that. All right. Let's see. The house.
A rest would be welcome.
So where's the Gudrun River? Time to explore the Gudrun River. Okay, that's cool. Where am I supposed to be going? Okay, so here's the Gudrun River. east of the capital. Okay. This is the Gudrun River. This is east.
A rest would be welcome.
Not.
Forwards. Stand with me. Do not hold back.
It's a knife to use.
Get you dead.
You forced my hand.
Do not falter!
Too much with her for right now. Here, because I'm getting inside.
We shall overcome.
Knock, used to lighting enemies on fire first.
try to make this swift.
Onward!
Serves you right.
Attack!
Be easier if you fight back.
Guessing not, his armor's covered with cuts and scratches, his buttons closed, but he himself is uninjured. You're right on time, Baron. We were losing hope no longer now that you are here. We're down the path behind a palisadeless and nested goblins. We chanced upon it while heading upriver. I have no idea where these pests managed to build it, and so fast we scuttered it less than 10 days ago, and there was no trace of them. Whatever the cause, the surrounding area is thick with goblins. Only one of the scouts has made it back. He reports they raised a fort of sorts on the top of the hill around a totem of the Mosh-Chu. They packed the fort with cages with prisoners inside. We managed to rescue a few of the captives. Others escaped and came back on their own. We questioned them. They say the shaman performs rituals on the prisoner. We entrench ourselves here to prepare for an attack. The goblins keep coming at us. They're giving us a moment's peace. The way they are hounding us, we cannot protect any survivors and attack the camp at the same time. Kessel turns around to face you, his face determined. Only you can rescue the caged prisoners in the fort, Your Grace. I'm leaving at once. I need to free the prisoners before the goblins serve them for dinner or worse. Wish you good fortune, Your Grace. Send the ones you rescue our way, we'll protect them. Can this goblin camp have something to do with the seeds? The only way to find us to get inside, you'll have to get past the gates and see what's going on in there. How are the prisoners? Some are injured, some are exhausted, and every one of them is terrified after what they've been through. All the prisoners we've spoken to say that they've taken to the Lamashtu totem to take part in the magic rituals. What's strange that the shaman doesn't sacrifice anyone. All he does is shriek and pray to the Lamashtu and then force victims to drink water until they start to choke. Prisoners mentioned the shaman. The leader? Scout mentioned seeing a large white beast at the hilltop. He thought it might be a wolf. If true, the Goblin King must be somewhere in the camp. We discovered the magic seeds are transported by water. If the shaman is infecting prisoners on purpose, then anyone who has consumed the water can give birth to a monster. There's no time. I have to. How do you say how we have to save them? I refuse. Great for your grace. I have to go. Anything good in here? Nothing.
I knock more runner and talker than fighter.
Nowhere to run. Night wasted.
Stay behind me!
Come here, Max. Not gonna stab you.
Wow, this... Oh, the alchemist over there. That's not good. Go here. Nobody's really hurt, so I guess we'll just hang out.
Strike as one.
Here.
I see something.
Sucks. Hold on him.
I aim true.
Go get him, boy. No, you can't do anything. Delay till that's happened.
Let us strike as one! Ah!
Which knife to use?
Anything? Okay, it's got nothing. Enough, we'll take it because we need all the money we can get.
A rest would be welcome.
Anything else?
Let's finish them quick.
That sucks.
I grant you death.
Not used to lighting enemies on fire first.
So it's come to this.
Do not hold back.
Do not falter!
Cannot hide from me.
You deserved it.
Be easier if you not fight back.
We shall overcome.
Onwards!
Nowhere to run.
Any last wishes?
A lot of scintillating conversation to be had over this. I'm just paying attention.
Come here, Bax. Not gonna stab you.
Switch to his club.
Repent!
That was funny, actually.
Attack!
Fine.
behind me!
I aim true.
Tuck that to the lay. Lindsay.
Applause, please.
Which knife to use?
Nice. There's still a goblin here somewhere. And some goblins got anything worth having. Over there. Making through the goblin camp, a dirty, hastily erected settlement built of trash and mortared with smells like goblin waste. You catch sight of a silvery glimmer of water ahead, then suddenly notice a squad of armed goblins moving towards the water as well, shouting and prodding a few scared peasants in front of them. Seemingly unaware of you, the goblins push the prisoners on the water's edge. One of the guards knocks the nearest captive man off his feet and falls to his knees in a moment. The goblin throws a filthy bent ladle in front of the man and pushes the water. Drink fast. The old man passes the with shaking hands and stops quivering with fear. Do not watch. You must do something. I beg you. Do not rush to interfere. Unless you may pity these poor fools, they must be understand that it is going to save countless others. Hearing your approach, the goblins will see you and start shrieking whatever in fear of battle cries you cannot tell. In the heat of the moment, one of them drops a spear, another steps on the foot of the goblin next to him, and so it goes, causing a ripple of chaos to pass through the ranks. The old man, startled by the noise, drops the ladle into the water, and then in confusion staggers his feet and breaks into a run. The others prisoners fall, leaving the hapless guards howling.
Knock knock used to lighting enemies on fire first. Hey!
I got you dead.
As far as you can go. That's unfortunate. So I'll swap him back to his normal weapon.
Strike as one.
Be easier if you not fight back.
Cannot hide from me.
Let us fight as one!
forced my hand.
Do not hold back.
Come here, Max. Knock, knock, stab.
Nowhere to run. Set yourself exposed.
Do not falter!
I'll try to make this swift.
I didn't have anything. Round over here, make sure I didn't miss anything. Stop, guess we can't do that. That's a curiosity. Did I not pick up that? I was gonna say the Assassin's Chain shirt should be better than this.
We march ahead.
This man's body were left by goblin spears. That's unfortunate.
We will prevail!
I aim true.
Onwards! Ha!
Which knife do you?
Amazing.
So it's come to this.
We shall overcome.
Serves you right.
I grant you death.
I shall end this suffering.
You deserved it. Leading you out of our story.
Okay, so where's this goblin at?
Any last wishes? This is where I step in.
Let's see. Did I memorize a claims check? I sure did. That's a lot of goblins. So I'm just gonna move right here for a sec.
Knock Knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Man, it's...
May I suggest another way to use this spell?
Riti!
Cannot hide from me. No strike wasted.
Strike.
Stay behind me!
Attack!
Be easier if you knock my back.
Nowhere to run.
Okay, didn't have anything on him.
Without a doubt.
Would you look at that?
Nice.
I will guide us.
Me see, me keep.
A rest would be welcome.
Applause, please.
Our path leads on.
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me!
Name true. I grant you death.
Serves you right.
Just knock knock.
Come here, Bax. Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah.
Repent!
Strike as one.
Let us strike as one!
Right, Valerie.
Aye, aye!
Cannot hide from me.
You deserved it.
It's nice to use.
Do not hold back.
Do not falter!
Nowhere to run.
I see something. Anything else?
Goblins have anything on them, but just smart. Yes, there you are. Let me out. Come on, move it. We were waiting for this tired goblin herd to show. I've had to deal with dozens of goblins on my way here. So if you're more of a little concerned, who are you? Corpulent man in ragged jacket and worn out trousers. This kid, his hands tied in his bars. He's trying to throw them. Tigny Justmert, a free merchant. Now the formalities are out of the way. Can we see what's setting me free? Be silent. Of course, I'm setting you free. Calm down and let me deal with the lock, will you? Okay.
Forwards.
So creep over.
Look ahead.
There we go. Ooh. The kukri. Mother's warmth. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Get that out of here. I don't care what it is. Flaming kukri. That's amazing. We'll put that here in his main hand. There we go. Nice.
This requires your attention.
Oh, dark. It's a dark house. Dog tag. Money. Thank the Lord. charging up. Okay. That's what we need to do next. I already cleared this up. What is up here?
Would you look at that? Applause, please.
A rest would be
Currently
welcome.
not hostile. That's interesting. Where's the number 4? Pretty sure our boy here could use those. There we go. Now his
Without a doubt.
class goes from wretched to pitiful.
I see something. Applause, please.
Group is littered with shattered cups and reek of foul-smelling alcohol.
I was successful in my search.
Dog tag. That's nice. Take it.
Anything else?
Serious wounds, that's cool. That's handy. Drop the goblins.
Would you look at that? Applause, please.
Heidi, we managed to flee from the shovel right after the ritual. The little freak almost drowned us. At first, we jumped all around waving his crutch, but then he took a pot of water and started to pour it into us. I thought that'll be the end of us. And we got where the goblins was from the call and let us away and just forgot all about us. They were busy with their other prisoners. Well, we didn't lose any time, and now we're taking and climbing down the slope and getting out of here. How did you manage to hide from the goblins? They haven't really looked for us, to be honest. You haven't escaped. You were released after they infected you with the magic seeds. What? The water. No, it can't be. Stop scaring us. We need to get out of this place. Climb down the hill and run away. The militia headquarters is located near the goblin camp. Head there. Once we have freed all the prisoners, we'll find a way to cure you.
We will prevail.
Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting another fight. Yeah, here we go. Sure that.
I aim true.